24 hours later, you still were only 3 centimeters farther along, and they finally made the call that we were going to have to do a C-section. And
yeah, so then it was just like, I didn't want a C-section. I just did not want it. I was crying.
That's valid.
There was previous family experiences that kind of tormented Karen before we went in. And then, so she was really worried about that process.
So the next morning, I was at 6. I didn't progress any, and I was contracting all night, every 2 minutes, and it was horrible. And then the next day, they're like, okay, we're going to have a C-section. They came in at noon. They got me ready. We got into the room, and I'm shaking because I got an epidural, and they put all the medicine in there. They gave me like 4 or 5 rounds of it. And then they're like, okay, here we go. And I was like, whoa, where's my husband at?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we're going to go get him right now. So they're starting
me.
the process, literally probably already cut. He sits down. I'm shaking because all the medicine, and it's freezing cold in the OR. And I'm sitting there, and like not even a minute later, they're like, okay, he's out. And I'm like, okay, he wasn't crying.
I was in there, thankfully, at that point.
He wasn't crying. And I was like, what's going on? Why is he crying? And then all of a sudden I hear and I was like, so he goes, and they're taking pictures, and I'm behind a sheet, and then all of a sudden Anthony's like, do you want to see him? And I'm like, yes, I want to see him. And he puts him next to my right ear, and I kiss him, and he goes, and they're going off, and then all of a sudden I'm by myself.
Yeah.
And I'm shaking, and I'm freezing. I'm like, can I get a blanket? And they're just having a doctor conversation. It's a Saturday. They're like, okay, what are you doing after this? And
it like, really was weird to be taken away, like, out of the room so quickly after she gave birth. And then, like, there was probably 15 minutes where we were separated. And they were sewing you back up and stuff. It was so strange that it was just that much time where, like, he was born, you gave birth to him, and then, like, you don't see him.
Yeah.
And you're in there just by yourself. That made me feel uncomfortable.
Yes.